Arsenal, Arsenal, Arsenal. What a moment. I watched the second leg of the UEFA Champions League match between Real Madrid and Arsenal with some Gunners fans in London, and what a moment. They were chanting Arsenal till midnight. Whoo! Incredible Arsenal. No, look, I've been covering football for about 18 years now, and nobody will tell me they predicted this sort of scoreline. An aggregate scoreline of 5-1, Arsenal versus Real Madrid, the powerful Real Madrid, 15-time UEFA Champions League winners. You did. Look, we were still trying to understand what the Gunners did in the first leg in London when they won 3-0, and then they put up this sort of performance in the second leg at the terrifying Santiago Bernabéu. We need to give Arsenal their flowers. Yeah, we knock them when they don't do well, but hey, when the Gunners impress, you must say well done. And yes, Arsenal, they deserve all of the praises that they're getting after beating Real Madrid across two legs. They have become the first team to do that to Real Madrid in all competitions, beat them 2 legs. Whew. Look, it was such a special night. When the first one happened, I said, if you're a Christian, you can call it a miracle. And I wasn't wrong. And then this one went the way it did. It was a test of character. Arsenal knew they were going to suffer, and they were so ready for it. Got a penalty, lost it. And then VAR cancelled that penalty call that the referee gave hesitantly. And then the Gunners they turned it around. They said, look, they have to take their destiny in their hands. By the way, they were very confident. You see pictures of how they got into Madrid. You could tell that they weren't in that city to lose. Yeah, and they were going to confront it like they didn't have a 3-0 lead. And I think that was the sort of mentality they needed to take into this game. And gracious goodness, it showed. The way everything just turned around. No, look, football is crazy. When I tell you guys that football is crazy, it's insane. When you think you know football, it will stun you. I repeat, nobody will tell me, look, yes, you can say Arsenal was going to qualify, but at the end of the 2 legs, it will be Real Madrid 1, Arsenal 5. No. Nobody will tell me. Now, you can't disrespect Real Madrid that much. And that's why we must give Arsenal their flowers for what they did, It's the first time the Gunners will get to the semis since 2009. So can they dream? I remember when they beat Real Madrid, Mikel Arteta was asked that question, can the fans start dreaming? I said, look, they can. It's about time, No much talk. We're celebrating the Arsenal for what they did against Real Madrid. Martin Odegaard wrapped it up so well. He said, look, we're here and want to go all the way. Listen to him.
I think we did really well in the 2 games. First game at home, really solid, dominating everything, and yeah, 3 goals. Of course, nice to go into this game with a lead. But I think again today we show that we're a team who can manage to win in many different ways. We had to suffer a little bit, but I think you see in the second half we managed to use the ball, and yeah, really proud of the team for winning as well here today. So yeah, great. And yeah, as I said, proud of the team. Some moments you have to suffer always against this team, but I think we did so well, to defend the box and also to use the ball. I think second half we managed to do that better, and yeah, then we get the momentum a little bit back of the game, and the 2 goals as well. So yeah, brilliant performance. This is what we want, but I think definitely we made a statement here and last week as well. But still, we have some games to go. We want to go all the way, and that's the big goal. So of course we're happy and proud of where we are, but yeah, two tough games now, and we're going to be ready for that as well, and hopefully we can do the big thing and go all the way.
And now you can see that there's a huge difference between league football and competition football. So I think there's a different spirit entirely controlling Arsenal in the UEFA Champions League, and no wonder in London the sun is out, and the weather is just right. And I'm sure that part of North London that is red, the fans will still be yelling Arsenal. Let's talk about Declan Rice. Now, that's headline, whoever coined it. Look, take your salute, twice as nice. When he did what he did in the first leg, everyone said, look, he has never scored a set-piece goal, and he gave that sort of performance. What about in Madrid? So player of the match in the first and second legs. Rice has grown. He has now proven to people this is what it means to sign a 100 million pounds player. I think he has gotten into the Arsenal team properly, and he has been a good sort of motivation to Miles Lewis Kelly. You know, Miles looking at Declan Rice, looking at Thomas Partey, you know, and with the way Merino is playing at the moment. By the way, what about that pass from Merino to Saka for the first goal? It was a complete team performance from the Arsenal. This is not about, oh, Rice had a good game, Saka had a good game, Merino had a good game, Martin Odegaard had a good game, Partey was a team performance. Even Jakob Kiwior that's just coming as a replacement for Gabriel. This has been fantastic, you know. So I think Mikel Arteta deserves, you know, most of the praise now because he's with the team and he understands. But yes, I know I've been so critical of Mikel. I still feel Arsenal as a big team should have a striker, and that hasn't changed, you know. So, but when he's doing well, I think we should give him his flowers. I was talking about Declan Rice. He said some important things, particularly that the Gunners want to win this title. He had Lewis Kelly by his side. What a player that guy is at his age. He only made his Arsenal debut last year, September, and he's going to play in the Champions League semi-finals. Let's listen to them.
Look, I think it's just such a special night for this club. It's a historic night for this club. We have an objective in this competition. We want to play the best teams and we want to win this competition. And there was a lot of talk coming here about them coming back because they've done it so many times before. But we had so much belief and confidence from that first leg that we had enough to come here and win the game, and not just win the game. We knew we was going to suffer, but we knew we was going to win. And yeah, we had it in our mind, and then we done it in real life. So yeah, what a night for the club.
It was incredible. Honestly. When you see it on TV, it's a lot different to when you come live. So when I first walked out, it's a lot, you know, but just got to take in a moment and have fun, you know.
Yeah, top team. Played them once already. We feel like they're a different team to back then. We've seen what they can do, but also we see what Villa done to them last night and caused them a lot of problems. So look, we'll be working hard. We now have to go to Ipswich on Sunday, which is going to be a tough game because we want to secure that, keep going and keep winning matches in the Prem, and then also, like you said, focus on this competition.
Almost the same thing Martin talked about. Said they knew they were going to suffer, so mentally they were ready for it, you know. And what a moment for Lewis Kelly. I just can't stop talking about that guy and the sort of football he's playing. And once again, big ups to Mikel Arteta. That's a good peep into the future of Arsenal. He's right there. Nwaneri is there, and some of the players that comes off the rank from the academy. I watched their Carabao Cup fixture against Bolton, about 9 young players in that fixture, and it shows that Arsenal as a club, they are building. So that's it. Arsenal, they did the unthinkable. They did an unbelievable, you know, performance. They've stunned the football world. Look, everyone that loves football, that follows the UEFA Champions League is talking about this. It was an unbelievable performance from the Gunners. How can I do this without hearing from Mikel Arteta? What has he been talking about? Listen.
One of the best nights in my football career, for sure, and really a special one. I mean, we played against the team with the biggest history. That has been an inspiration, I think, for all of us in this competition, and to be able to win the tie in the manner that we've done it, I think we have to be very proud of ourselves. The mindset is going to be to prepare well and go through. We want to be in that final. We're going to have to work so hard and do a lot of good things against that team, but we are certainly capable of doing it.
So there you have it. Yes, I've been getting a lot of questions. Will Thomas Partey miss the semis? I know the rules before. When it gets to the semi-final, they reshuffle, like all the cards go. I don't know if UEFA has changed it, you know, but I think that rule still stands. And if it stays, Thomas Partey won't be missing the semi-finals. He's been a rock for Arsenal, you know, in midfield. So Arsenal cannot afford to lose Partey. But hey, as I said, it's been a team performance. Partey or no Partey, Arsenal will come and try to get into the party. So there you have it. It's Arsenal versus PSG in the semi-final of this year's UEFA Champions League. And then it's Barcelona taking on Inter Milan, the last 4 teams standing. Which 2 teams will make it to the finals in Munich? I don't know. But what I know is some parts of North London, particularly the part that wear the red jersey, they are still chanting, Arsenal, Arsenal, Arsenal. I'll see you around again. That's it.